guys. We completely missed this. Went under the radar even. It only has 429 views, and that's why I didn't see it. But apparently, ABS, CBN have no idea who they are. They did a little interview with Jeremy Sochan, and yeah, I have not seen this. This is their channel. I don't know what they are. They're a sports channel, but 1.62 million subscribers apparently. But their views, why are their views so low? That's weird. Anyways, so we got a couple videos from them. One of which is Sochan talking about a 4-point line. Wait. Yeah, a 4-point line or something. I have no idea. It's a famous channel here in the Philippines. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. All right, let's listen. And views might be down because maybe they post like 50 videos in a day. That'll mess up the algorithm.
I was somewhere for like 2 hours and it was 7 miles. It didn't make no sense. But no, again, it's, you know, a new experience. I never knew. I think it's like one of the most densely populated cities in the world. It's crazy. I'm looking outside and like it just keeps going. And it's like,
oh, this is a news channel. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Makes sense.
It's crazy big, but no, it's been good vibes. You know, I'm trying. You know, I'm learning how to be more patient in the traffic, so it's good for me.
For me, that's for me. Here in the Philippines, we have the 4.9 for the PBA.
There's a 4-point line in the Philippines? Here in Philippines, in our league called PBA, we have a 4-point line. Sorry, that's my cat meow. Where is this 4-point line? Oh, so there's like a separate... Oh, I see. So there's an extra line behind that one. I was not aware of this. So that's what it looks like. Interesting. Well, that would break the NBA. That would absolutely break the NBA. Everyone takes that shot anyways.
I think is it time to bring it to the NBA or?
I don't know. I don't really shoot that many threes anyway, so. But no, I think again it's interesting that there's new things coming. To me, like I don't know how I feel about it. I think to me there's also the power of keep.
It was a recent addition. Interesting.
Traditional and changing maybe a few different rules, like I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it would work. I think a lot of players now, it keeps expanding. Everyone's shooting, so it could be dangerous, and the scores could be crazy, big. So we'll see. I'm not sure.
Oh man, it would definitely be pushing people to take bad shots. I don't know. I don't really have an opinion on the whole 4-point line thing. I'm not one of those slippery slope people that's like, what's next? A 10-point line? Like, I don't. All right, let's take a look at this.
Maybe running a league there. What are your thoughts on that, and what do you think that could bring to European basketball?
Yeah, I'm not sure how it would work, but again, I think it's for me, it's cool to keep growing basketball, and Europe right now is probably most popular sport is football, of course. But
true.
There's a lot of countries, a lot of places that historically are great in basketball.
I can't say it.
Even now, rising, emerging. So I think it'd be crazy to have that merge into the NBA. Of course, there's leagues that have been.
Trae Young will be an MVP candidate, bro. Like a lot of shooters in the NBA will be MVP candidates.
Forever, EuroLeague, EuroCup, domestic leagues. So I'm not sure how they would make it work. But I think again it'd be crazy to see NBA Europe, and hopefully as that keeps growing, the whole world. So yeah, it'd be crazy.
Jeremy, last year you played some. I mean, 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
You played some point guard. Was it Coach Pop's idea? How was it?
Yeah, I think it was a group.
By the way, I'll say this again. Him running point definitely helped. It helped him. Helped him a lot. Lance says, "What's cracking, Clan?" What's up, Lance?
Decision. I think coaches around the Spurs, Pop as well. They saw something in me, and we just said why not? Let's try it. And I learned a lot from it. So
he learned a lot. He learned a lot from it. And you guys didn't think he learned a lot. Like I said, he learned a lot.
Yeah, it was great to add that to my game and keep growing.
So, Jeremy, next year will be your 4th season in the league.
Yeah.
So, what can we expect from you and from the Spurs?
Yeah, again,
I'm gonna be the best player on the team.
I think for us, this year was a step up, and I think next season, I think we're trying. Our goal is to make the playoffs and go as far as we can. For me, is to keep developing, keep growing as a player, as a human, and just be a big part of the team, and just prove what I can do and stay consistent with it.
With the talent the team has, do you think you can go all the way to the finals?
I mean, I think we have so many different pieces now. Some older, some younger. So there's going to be a lot of ups and downs, of course. But there's no reason to put a limit to it. And I think we're going to go as far as we can. And of course, the goal is to make it to the final and win it. So we'll see. It's going to be a lot of different obstacles, but I think everyone in the building, from front office to coaches to players, have the same aspirations. So yeah.
Are you excited to play under Mitch Johnson, and what about his coach?
Good question. Are you ready to play under Mitch Johnson? Great question.
Are you excited?
Yeah, super excited. I've been with him since the start of my career. We've been to Poland together for Basketball Without Borders. So the relationship is there. So I'm super excited. I'm happy for him. I think he's been working hard, and he deserves it. And it's gonna be cool to learn from someone like Mitch. Having that head coaching job.
All right, you love to see it. You love to see it. You love to hear it. So yeah, sounds like he's super excited. Always giving good answers, nonetheless. And all of those haters that think that he is going to be traded and they want him out of here, well, he's very positive about the future, okay? Doesn't sound like he's heard anything as far as him being moved. But I already told you guys this. I'm like joking around. I already told you guys this. Lots of teams have already inquired about him, and Spurs turned it down. So that's what I know on my side of things. So he's fine. He's safe. Now, if a deal comes about for Giannis, for instance, and like you have to give up Sochan, Keldon, maybe another player, and then 2-3 first-round picks. Yeah, I think Sochan's out of here, but it has to be a deal like that, right? Spurs hold on to their guys. The fact that they didn't even have to give up Keldon for Fox tells you everything that you need to know, because that seems like a pretty easy trade. I think most people would have been okay with that trade, but even the Spurs sat back and they were like, if we don't have to give you him, we don't have to do that. He wants to come here. We don't have to do that. So with the whole Giannis thing, I've said this time and time again, but there's only 2 scenarios in which I will want Giannis. Okay, 2 things will have to happen, and this isn't. This is 100%. There's no other way of me feeling good about a Giannis trade. Okay, number 1, he has to request San Antonio, and it needs to be primarily San Antonio. Maybe if he add in another team or 2, that'll be fine. Usually you have to, but he has to say San Antonio's where I want to be, right? Like Fox did. This is where I want to be. All right, that's number 1. And number 2, we need another team involved, right? Like that will be the ultimate fleece. We would have all the leverage in that situation, and we might not have to give up too much. I mean, you're gonna have to give up a lot. It's freaking Giannis, but you know what I mean. So that's where I'm at when it comes to that, right? Fleece the Hawks and Kings, yeah. So if you can get away with it, I'm with it. Sochan, Keldon, Dev, that's a haul. I know it doesn't feel like a haul right now, but that's a haul if you're talking about the Spurs and how they are about their players. They're not going to just throw it out, because they said it before, front office said it many times, that they want a superpower, right? They want a team that's good for years upon years upon years upon years, not one that's going to be good for 4 or 5 years, something like that, and then just fizzle off. They want it. They want a dynasty. They want a new 20-year span of dominance. That's what they want. So in order to do that, a lot of times you do have to build within quite a bit, while still acquiring other talent outside of that, right? But so they're not going to just like ship all those players out. Is Giannis worth that? Yes. But we're the Spurs, and our vision's a little different than that, than to just ship everything out. Because it's not just going to be those 3 players. You got to keep in mind it's going to be a lot of draft picks as well. That's Giannis, okay? Castle, Fox, and Wemby untouchable. Well, yeah, obviously. Yeah. Anyways, that's all I have to say about this segment. Didn't really have much, but it's nice to hear from him. We haven't heard from Jeremy in a while.